Hello, I like money.
Welcome back to 2 for 1 podcast, y'all. My name is PK. It's my boy K Snow.
What's up?
And we got a juicy topic today. K Snow, do you want to start us off?
Yeah, man. So today we're going to be talking about, is hookup culture a coping mechanism? And right off the bat, let's just say it, man. Like, it's a pretty real thing, you know? A lot of people just want to hook up. I mean, if you think about it, like, Tinder's at an all-time high right now. Not even Tinder, we got Bumble. What's this other one?
You got Hinge.
Hinge, Yubo, or some shit.
You got Tinder, Bumble, Hinge. That's
Yeah.
a fucking... That's the holy trinity, dog.
The holy
The holy trinity of thirst.
Yeah, man.
But
Definitely, I guess that kind of started. Well, I wouldn't say started because I feel like hookup culture was a thing even before dating apps came out.
Yeah,
more so
kinda.
like the early 2000s, but definitely dating apps kind of took that shit to a next level, right? And I think it's true, man. I think it's true. A lot of people, they hook up not even necessarily because they want to, but you know, they kind of feel like they need to what is it, like
feel validated.
Yeah,
bro.
Flex their kills, you know, especially us guys, man. You know,
We're always talking about it, dog.
well, yeah, when we get with
Always.
the boys and shit, it's like, yo, how many kills you got? Yo, this chick I fucked last week. You
It's
know,
kinda-
it's crazy.
It's kind of almost like a way to tell if like a guy's like legit. You know what I'm saying?
In
like,
a sense, yeah. For
Like, because
sure.
if you come up to like a group of dudes, and let's just say you're like talking in the locker room or wherever, right?
Right.
And like this guy's like, yo, like I have 23 kills. The other dude's like, oh, bro, I have 57. Like, and then you're just like a dude who's never had sex before. Like, you kind of feel like awkward, bro. Like, you feel like
Yeah.
super like left out or whatever.
Yeah, if you're a virgin, yeah, definitely. Like, say you're a virgin, and you're in grade 10 or grade 11 or something.
Yeah.
You just joined the football team or basketball team, whatever, and everybody's in the locker room. It's like, yo, I fucked Patrice, you know, last weekend, man. She
Yeah.
gave me the dirtiest top, and
Yeah.
blah. And the other boy's like, oh yeah, man, I hooked up with Carolina the other day
Yeah.
too, bro. And you're just there like, fuck, man, I haven't fucked anyone.
Yeah, bro.
What's going on?
Hug the girl, bro. Like, what the hell's
Yeah.
going on out here? Y'all
Yeah.
got some knowledge I don't have, man. Like, what's going on?
Definitely, like, if you think about it, it's kind of somewhat pressured into you know, especially I guess us young men, but even
Yeah.
more so in high school, it's like you need to lose your virginity ASAP or else
Yeah.
you're not a man. And to some extent, I do agree with that. It's like, come on, I feel like by the time you're 20, this is just my personal opinion, if you haven't at least done shit with the girl, it doesn't have to be full-blown sex, but like it should, let's be real. But like, yeah, if you haven't like been with a girl by the age of 20, it's like, come on, man, you need to get the ball rolling.
It's almost like a rite of passage in a way. Eh?
Yeah, in a sense. But like the fact that you're an adult now, legally speaking, and I guess biologically speaking, that's, I guess 20 is the average age when, you know, people kind of adapt that or start to adapt that adult mentality. If you haven't been with a girl, man, at least done shit with a girl.
It's tough, bro.
Fuck, bro, it is tough.
Man, that's just the way to look at it nowadays, right? Like, you have I don't know, like, it's just so normalized. Like,
Yeah.
to put it frankly, man, like, it's almost like if you were to like remain celibate, like whether by choice or by circumstance, man, like,
Right.
you're not part of the group. And
Shout out
like
to
nowadays,
themselves.
man, like nowadays, like, everyone wants to be accepted, right? Like, no matter what, like, especially in like the age that we're living in, like, be it through like social media or like even like in person, like groups, like whatever.
Exactly.
Like, you want to feel like you're part of that collective. And like, if the collective has done something that you haven't, you almost feel like you're not on their level, so to speak, man.
Yeah, definitely.
So it's really messy, man. Like,
Yeah.
and you're having these guys who are like, fuck, man, I gotta get a chick as soon as possible, and I just gotta have sex, and I gotta tell all my boys about it.
Well,
You
let's
know?
be real, like, when you get dating apps and stuff that are capitalizing off this shit too, it makes it even more like, hey, yo, you're not on Tinder, you're not on Bumble, what the hell, bro? Get some pussy. Like, what are you doing? And I mean, that's fine. If you want to get pussy, that's the way to go. Like, if you got the chops, you know, you're still
Yeah.
gonna have the chops as a guy. Because, man, the amount of dudes who are on Tinder, Bumble, all these dating
Yeah.
apps that like they'll get matches, but they don't get any answers, or they get flopped on, or fucking whatever. It's huge. And I mean, it kind of makes sense. That's, you know, the woman's playing field there. They get pretty much all the options and exercise all the choices when it comes to that shit. But still, bro, like, man, you're 20 years old, you haven't gotten laid.
It goes back to what we were talking about last week, man.
Yeah,
the
definitely.
whole simp culture
The
thing,
whole
bro.
simp
Like,
culture for sure.
because like if you have someone built, if they have that like archetype where they don't know how to interact with women, they're way too nice, don't know when to put their foot down, don't really have like morals or principles, man. Like that's just very unattractive to a female, man.
Absolutely.
Like, you know what I'm saying? Where you don't know how to stand your own ground and you let anyone walk all over you, bro. Like, why would a chick wanna sleep with you, bro?
Yeah,
Like,
exactly.
realistically speaking, like that's just like I think like females are always looking for like like if you look at it like on a primal level, females are always looking for someone who's going to ensure protection and provisions, right? Like if we just look at it from like that type of context. But
Yeah.
like when you see like males who are like who can't ensure that, they're not a viable option to go ahead and sleep with, man. Like,
Well,
just keeping it
I
above.
think I don't think it's just that too. Like she's got to be hot for you, bro. Because here's the
Yeah.
thing: you can have the protect and provide side. You could be rich as fuck and have bodyguards.
Yeah.
But if she's not hot for you, she's not.
It's a different thing though,
Yeah.
man. It's a different thing. Like what do you call it? Like looks, obviously I'm pretty sure like especially on dating apps, they're probably 80% of what the chicks are looking for, right? 80% looks, 20% lifestyle. You know?
And game. Can't forget about game.
I mean, you can get your foot in the door with good looks and a good lifestyle, bro.
Yeah,
you know what I'm
definitely.
saying? You get your foot in the door, definitely. Like it's almost like when a girl's really into you, you can say like the dumbest things, bro, and they'll still love it. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
Just
of
because they're
course.
attracted to you. So like that definitely plays a part. Like where what do you call it? They have to like be interested in you, but mostly like those looks and the what do you call it? The lifestyle is what's really driving people.
I think it's. I like to think it's mainly the looks. That's the first thing to look at.
Yeah.
So they look at your body build, what you got going for you features wise. Like, is your face nice?
Yeah.
Like, are you tall? Let's be real, man. Like
The 666, man.
The 666,
That's
bro.
the unholy trinity. 6 feet tall, 6 figures, 6-pack abs, bro.
there you go.
You know what I'm saying? Like
Yeah,
it's
man.
it's an unrealistic standard for a lot of people,
Absolutely.
but that's what they want, man.
Yeah,
That's just
man.
what they
Yeah.
want, dog.
Yeah,
Like,
it's just the way it is.
you know, like
But like at the end of the day, you could have all that and not have the provision side down. Like you can have no resources. If she's hot for you, she'll still get with you. In many cases, seems to be the reality. She might not stay with you, but she'll still fuck you.
yeah, and that goes to something that we should talk about like a little bit later on during this episode here. But
Yeah, definitely.
like a lot of people kind of use that whole the whole thing of hooking up, man. Like it almost feels like you're running away from something, right?
Yeah.
You know, like you don't have like proper like connections with people. Like I don't know, like back in the day, it seems like made a lot more sense. Like you get to meet someone, you go out on a couple dates. Let's just say like you start dating. Most people like back in the day would wait to have sex till like they're dating. You know, like most people. There's a percentage of people which would just be right after it right away, which is obviously normal because that's just how we are as humans.
Yeah.
But like there's kind of like a standard where you would want to get to know what you're doing because
Yeah,
what
it's
you're
like the
dealing
old
with.
school way of
Yeah, because
doing
like,
things.
there's one big rule, man. You just never stick your dick in crazy, bro. You know what I'm saying?
Oh, yo, preach
and,
that,
and
bro.
nowadays, bro, like we're so like enthralled with like getting the kill instantaneously that we don't even like consider who this person is, like what they do. Like I can guarantee you, like this has happened to me, bro. Like I've been in situations where I've gotten with a chick and I don't even know her last name, bro.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Like it's just bad, man. It's just terrible.
I'm with you there, bro.
Like there was literally no like genuine connection with that person. It was just like, okay,
Pump and dump.
I like you
Like
for
a
now.
crypto scam.
Yeah, bro, it's like freaking something like that, man. Like
Yeah.
it's like I like you like for the night, you like me for the night. You know, let's just go back here for like 2.5 hours and then boom.
There you go.
You know, but that's kind of like a messed up thing because you're kind of just trying to find a way to cope with what's going on, and it goes back to what we were just talking about earlier, man. Like you kind of wanted to. Like it helps you cope with your feelings like of I wouldn't say like inadequacy, but like your feelings of being isolated from a group, you know?
Yeah, I think it has a lot to do with validation.
Yeah.
That if you don't participate in this hookup culture, you're somehow not validated. Especially for guys, you know? It's like if you haven't
Bro.
had a kill until you're 20, like you don't get that external validation. At the end of the day, who really gives a fuck? To each his own, right?
Exactly.
But what was gonna say here?
Actually, I got a story about that too.
Actually, hold on. Let me finish this point. Yeah, I wrote it down right here. It really ties into like that whole peer pressure, you know, where it's like, yo, you need to fuck, man. Like, what are you doing? You gotta fuck. And I mean, yeah, like you should.
No,
I think
everyone's been there, man. Like I'll tell you this story. I think I was in grade 10. So I think I was like 14, 15 years old, something like that. And it was after the football season. So like when you're in grade 10, once you finish your football season, they're prepping you for varsity.
Right.
So you're training with like the grade 11s, 12s, and 13s now, right? So after a training session one day, all of us were like hanging out like in the atrium. And then these guys are talking to us about like their sex stories. Like, oh, yo, I had sex with Sarah. Oh, yeah, I had sex with Ashley. Like, da-da-da-da. And like here I am sitting, I'm like, damn, I really have nothing to add to this conversation right now because I'm still a virgin. And I was like, damn, I gotta do the best I can.
Yeah.
To get put into this conversation, so that next time when something like this happens, I can feel like I'm part of the guys. Man.
Well, you want to feel accepted, right?
Yeah, bro. I'm definitely at that time, bro. I was like, yo, like, fuck, these guys are cooler than me, man. They had sex. I haven't had sex. Like, they have knowledge of something I don't have, bro. Like,
yeah, exactly.
You know, and they can just talk about it amongst themselves. And if they were to ask me, I'd just be like, you know?
Oh, yeah, man. Like,
it'd just be messed up.
Then all your porn knowledge starts.
Yeah,
Oh, doggy. Yeah,
man. I learned a lot of stuff from the hub, bro.
No, for real. Yeah, it definitely ties into the whole thing that, you know, this goes mainly with high school, right? Like, at least through my experience, if you're in that conversation where, you know, all the guys are talking about, you know, getting laid and stuff like that, and, you know, chicks they've been with at this party or that party or whatever, it really gives you that urge to, you know, want to fuck. But like in my opinion, I think you have until you're 20. That's the way I think about it.
That's a fair cutoff.
It's a fair cutoff.
Because that gives you all of high school, and then like that first little bit of like adult years. So like
first 2 years of college.
So college, man, you know? And it's so easy nowadays. In college, bro, like, cause you're just surrounded. Well, maybe not with the pandemic going around.
Well, it's easy if you know what to do.
Yeah. Maybe not with the pandemic going around. Like, it's a little bit harder nowadays, but like the concept is still there, man. Like, you're in a facility with a bunch of people from all over.
Yeah, they've never met.
Who just want to like get to know each other, and then boom.
There you go.
But what do you call it? That just kind of goes into like the next point I want to talk about, man. Like people. They have a hard time coping with it, like coping with what do you call it? This whole like hookup culture thing, is because they're really awkward how they interact with each other, man.
Yeah,
you know what I'm saying?
I actually got a story about that.
Yeah, go ahead.
I was chilling with my coworker today, just outside of our store, you know, because we like to chill outside when the weather's nice. And then there was these two workers who work at the A&W just across the street from us, and then they were walking past our store, and one of them like. I mean, she had her headphones in, so I don't take anything.
You know, she was listening to something or whatever.
Exactly. And so I go, "Hey, how are you?" And then she looks back at me and she goes, "Oh, hey," and you know she keeps going, but like she had her headphones in, whatever. But then the second person, I was chilling by my car with my coworker, and then she goes by, she looks at us, and then like looks away, and I'm like, "Hey, how's your day going?" She's like, "Oh,
this person's talking to me, what the hell?"
Fine. Yeah, how are you? And I'm like, "Oh, I'm good, thanks." Yeah, it's like she was shocked that, you know, I talked to her. And you know, this is an anecdotal experience given, but it definitely seems like people nowadays don't talk to each other like they used to. I remember like in high school, man, like early high school, I could say hi to anyone and then they would say hi back, no problem, or even that could lead to a conversation. Now you say hi to someone, they get like awkward about it. You're like, "Oh, whoa, you said hi to me?" Like, "Yeah, I said hi to you. How are you doing? How's your day going? I don't know you, but like, hey, you know, like you're another person. What's up?" And then they just get weirded out by that because it's not common anymore. You know, everybody they don't talk to each other face to face anymore. It's all through the phone, right? And I think that definitely has created a social disconnect within how people interact with each other, that they're more used to typing out what they want to say instead of actually looking someone in the eyes and saying it, like, "Hey, yo, this what's up," or like, "Hey, how are you?" You know. And it's like it's almost as if these people who feel awkward about it really want someone to talk to them at the same time.
Well,
Because
yeah,
like
I would
after you
assume
talk to
so.
them, like they're awkward about it, but they smile and they're like, oh my god, like, yo, someone's talking to me. Hey, how's it going? And yeah, I just think that's really strange. What are your thoughts on that?
Bro, like, yo, we're inherently social creatures, right?
Exactly.
Like, I mean, social media, as much as a benefit it has been for society and all that, bro, like, it's been such a detriment in terms of, like, people's, like, confidence and social skills.
Social interactions.
All that stuff, man. Like, like, picture, like, when you're, like, in, like, early, like, high school. Like, you just said it, bro. Like, you're in school, you can talk to whoever you want to, right?
Yeah, there you go.
And everyone will just be like, oh, word, what up, man? Like, what's going on? But, like, now, especially with the state of the world is in right now, where
sure.
everything is digital and people aren't literally communicating, like, face to face, like, their social skills are basically, like, they're, like, eroded, bro. Like,
Yeah.
to put it simply, man, like,
Yeah.
you and I both know what's going on because we work in environments where, like, we have to talk to people, like, so, like,
Yeah, we're in sales.
that's
right?
how we make our money, bro, like, talking to people.
Exactly.
So we might think it's normal to go up to anybody and just spark up a conversation, but I can guarantee you there's been people who have been, like, locked up in their phones for so long that they basically forget how to communicate with other people, like, naturally, you know?
Yeah.
And, like, the one thing I hate about, like, social media, like, this can be another topic for another day, man, but
Yeah.
there's really no nuance in, like, what you say. Because, like, let's just say, like, you know when your parents, like, you text your parents, like, hey, I'll be home at, like, 11, and they're just like, okay.
Yeah.
Like, you think that they're, like, pissed off at you or something like that, but really, they're just like, okay. Like,
Yeah, like, okay,
see you home
yeah.
at 11, right? But nowadays, man, like, if you say something, like, it can be taken out of context, really, you can be taken way out of context, and people might think, like, you're attacking them or making fun of them or whatever.
Yeah.
But it does go back to what do you call it? Like using like hookup culture as a coping mechanism, man. Because people feel like that's a way to communicate with people almost. If you
Yeah.
can get what I'm saying, it's a really, I don't know. It might be like
I kind of get you.
far.
This reminds me of that one Family Guy episode where Quagmire discovers Tinder,
Oh my god,
and he just becomes straight up like a sex gremlin.
he's like the thing from Lord of the Rings. The
Oh, yeah,
Hobbit. He's
yeah,
not the Hobbit. Smeagol.
Smeagol, yeah, or
Smeagol.
Gollum.
Gollum, yeah, Gollum.
Gollum.
Why
And
was
then,
it
and
Smeagol?
well, I guess that's his real name, right? Anyways, and straight up, like he'll just literally have other, you know, Tinder golems pull up to his bed, doesn't even say his name, doesn't even know their name. They'll pull up, they fuck leaves, and then next, and it's like it gets to the point where like he can't even talk to Peter normally anymore or Joe,
Nah, man.
who are
Next thing you
his
know,
like
like,
closest
you're-
friends.
You're crouching in the sunlight, man.
Yeah.
Not the sunlight. You're in a dark room, bro. And the only thing that's lighting it up is your phone screen.
Yeah.
You're just swiping, dog. Just swiping. Then you're like,
Holy
oh, I
shit,
ran out of swipes, and Tinder comes up. And like, oh, you can buy unlimited swipes for $20.99.
Bro,
And the
yo,
guy's
I'm
like,
sorry, bro.
I gotta talk to the chick.
I'm sorry, bro. Whoever's paying that, no offense, man, but you're a scrub. You're a scrub, man.
Bro,
like, whoever's paying for that.
they
No, I'm
need
sorry, no offense. It's not an attack on you or anything,
Bro.
But at the end of the day, if you gotta pay for swipes on Tinder, bro, you
Man.
need to take a good hard look at yourself, man.
Yo, that's what it's like being down astronomically, dog.
Oh,
like,
God.
what do you call it? Like, like what do you call it, bro? Like, if you can't talk to people in real life, they don't have that fear of rejection over the phone, right?
Yeah.
Like, I mean, like, worst case scenario, the girl will just ghost you, or like nowadays they'll just take screenshots and put it on Instagram. Like,
Swipe
look,
on to the other one.
look how thirsty this dude is, and then
Oh,
just
man.
swipe, charge it to the game, man. But it's definitely like now that you mentioned it, like the way you said it, it's really not that much of a stretch, bro. Like, if people feel like they're connecting with each other, like through like hooking up, which is weird, honestly, man, because like
Yeah.
hooking up is supposed to be like, I mean, before we call it hooking up, like it used to just be like, you know, like sleeping together or whatever.
Yeah, exactly.
And like sleeping together is a super intimate thing. You know,
Yeah,
like
yeah.
if you really look at it, man, like you're trusting this person well enough to put yourself at full exposed weakness and rest with them for an extended period of time.
Exactly.
You know, but now it's just like, okay, yo, let's go behind this bush here.
Yo, you
and,
DTF?
You know,
Yeah, exactly.
it's messed up, man. It's messed up.
Well, straight up, you just link up with the person. And then this is if you can even get to link up with them, you know, as a guy. Because let's be real, man. Flaking's at an all-time high, bro. It's been at an all-time high for a minute. And
That's where my portfolio is right now, bro. I'm investing in flaking.
there you go.
I've got 100x return on that shit.
Yo, for real, man. Because if you think about it, out of the 90 girls, a dude swiped on maybe 2 will hit him back.
Okay, let me give you some anecdotal information.
Okay, well, yeah, anecdotal. I'm talking majority. Like,
Yeah,
I don't
yeah.
remember where I seen these
No,
stats.
but, like, I agree with what you're saying.
Yeah,
That's why
okay,
I wanted to
okay.
get into this example.
All right, yeah, go.
So, let's say I have 50 matches on Tinder. Mm-hmm. Okay? And let's just say I say what up to every single one of them.
Yeah.
20 of them will respond back. 10 of them will, keep the conversation going. 5 of that group will give me their number, and maybe 1 or 2 would go out with me. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. So,
yeah, I agree with what you're saying, bro. This is real life, man. I've gone through this. I've gone through this, guys.
What I mean is
I know
not
what
like, it's not like they don't hit you back. It's like how many of those 90 girls you swiped on turn into, well, I'm gonna talk sales now, turn into conversions. You know what I mean? Where you actually link up, go out with the girl, and get the kill.
I'm hitting less than 2% right now, bro.
Fuck.
Or like it's like if I were to go on Tinder, that's why I don't like use Tinder as my only source of like meeting people, because like
you gotta diversify. You gotta diversify your portfolio.
Hundo P, bro. Hundo P, man. You gotta talk to people, bro. Like
Yeah.
I don't see what's so wrong nowadays about just, if you see a girl who you think is attractive, bro, go pull up to her, man, say what up. But these guys, like, they use Tinder and stuff like that, and like they have the same conversion rates as me, maybe even less, man, because they some of them just don't even know how to talk online, bro. You know?
Well, yo, they hit them with that, hey, and she might say hey back, and then he's just like, oh fuck.
And it's just like a stale conversation. What are you doing? Watching Netflix? What are you watching? Squid Game. Squid Game or whatever. I haven't even watched.
Yo, shout out Squid Game.
I haven't watched it yet.
You haven't watched it?
I haven't watched it. I don't know if I'm gonna watch it, man.
Alright, bro, you gotta watch it. You'll fuck with it. You know how you put me on Tokyo Revengers? Off topic. You put me on Tokyo Revengers?
Yeah.
I need to put you on Squid Game, bro, because that shit's
it's
hard, bro.
It came too mainstream too fast, bro.
But here's the thing. I agree with you, but it's good. So I'm gonna let it slide. That's the thing. It's one of the most mainstream things that I've seen in a while that's actually good.
Okay, I'll give it a look, man. Like one episode, and then if I like it, I'll keep watching. That's a fair deal, right? Fair deal.
I appreciate that.
Fair deal. But where were you going with this?
Talking to people.
Yeah, man. Like you can't even like the people like who have, like, let's just say they have the same numbers as me. Like they can mess that up too because they don't even know how to talk, but they feel that getting with them is a way to like validate their feelings, so you don't have to deal with like the thought of being alone or something like that, man. It's pretty crazy. It's honestly like it's pretty absurd, bro. Like the best way to put it, like you need other people to make yourself feel good. Like I mean, in a way, yeah, but we always need like a support system and whatnot. But
For
like,
sure.
Just like getting like bear kills and all that stuff. Like
I have a question for you though.
What's up?
Have you ever been on one dating app and you matched with a girl and then you matched with the same girl on a different dating app?
Maybe. Let me think here. Yes.
Yeah.
Yes, I have.
Yeah.
Yes, I have. It's hilarious.
Tell me about that.
It's hilarious. I'll what do you call it? It's it's like, what are you looking for? You already know what you're looking for. So why?
It's like, hey, I saw you on Tinder.
She's trying to maximize her options, dog.
Yeah,
That's all she's trying to do. I'm trying to do the same thing. Like,
there you go.
So what do you call it? I match with a girl on Tinder. Say what up, and then whatever. Let's just say I flip over to Bumble, because like if I were to only use 2 dating apps, like which I barely use any nowadays, but if I'm probably gonna be Tinder or Bumble, because Tinder because it's mainstream, like everyone has Tinder.
Yeah.
And then Bumble because the girls talk to you first. I don't know nothing about Hinge or Plenty of Fish or OkCupid or eHarmony or Christian Mingle, whatever they call them. But
seeking arrangements.
Yeah, seeking arrangements. I don't know anything about that stuff because I'm like,
that's
man,
for
like,
sugar daddies only though.
I'm like, man, if I'm really that desperate, I'll just go and talk to a girl, bro. Like that's just how it is. But
for real,
it's hilarious,
bro.
bro.
Here's the thing, like most guys can't even do that nowadays.
Yeah. But it's always kind of funny when they have like 2 different like bios, like one for Bumble and like one for Tinder. I'm like, who are you? Why are you so mysterious?
What is like, oh, I love astrology. Yeah. The other one's just like, oh, I love cats.
Yeah, it's crazy, but like, yeah, man. Like, I've matched with a girl, the same girl on multiple platforms before, and like, honestly, I haven't like full out like approached her on it. Like, I'll just message her on the one app because I'm like, I don't know, it's kind of corny to me, man. Messaging her on 2 apps. That's just my opinion, right? Like,
different conversations, diversify.
I can't do that. I can't do that. Man. You have me on one conversation and that's it. Like, I can't. My brain doesn't work that way, man.
For sure.
Like, I have a hard time focusing on stuff as is. Like, that's when, like, when someone like snaps you and texts you at the same time. I'm like, I don't know which one. I don't know how to approach this, bro. Like,
definitely.
Like, fuck. you know what I'm saying?
Like, what do I do? Do I answer your snap or do I answer your text? And like, do I continue the text conversation on Snap?
That's too much, man. That's too much, bro. People can have conversations. People can have conversations on freaking text, Snap, Instagram, Facebook. What else do they got out there? And Twitter, Messenger, all that stuff, man. Like, I keep it simple, man. Like, if you wanna speak to me, text me or call me. Yeah. If you wanna send me something funny, send me something on Instagram. Like, and I'll get to it eventually. I don't check my DMs like that. Mm-hmm. So I'll get to it when I have the time to get to it. Then I'll laugh at your DM and send like a laughing emoji or like LOL or something like that. Yeah. But that got way too off topic, man.
No worries. Yeah. Back to hookup culture.
Yeah, man. Like,
you think a lot of it comes from boredom?
Hold
up, keep talking.
Yeah. You could look at it that way, man. Like, what do you call it? People really don't have like things that like make them interesting, I guess, nowadays, just because everything's digital. There's people like back in the day that used to go like biking or like go on like hikes or play ball on Saturdays with the boys or darts or poker or something like that, man. Some shit. And like the girls were like, I don't know, man, they go to like Apple Land or freaking, they'll even play ball themselves or soccer or something like that.
Strawberries or something.
Yeah, just doing stuff, bro. Nowadays, bro, like I have a pretty mundane life, man. Like, I'll use myself as an example. Like, I work, mother at work, like my main like 9-to-5 job. I'm looking up stuff for this. I'm either working with you on these Tuesdays. I'm working on my stream. Or I'm making a YouTube video. From time to time, like I'll play basketball. I like going for walks. Walks are pretty dope. Or like I'll play like video games or something like that, man. Like, it's kind of boring, bro. Like, I'm not out here freaking like jet skiing or snowboarding or nothing like that, bro. Yeah. Like, so like in those times where you're like, oh, bro, I don't want to play video games and I don't want to watch a movie, like, and you're kind of craving like a social interaction. Like, you're like, all right, bro, why don't I just go hook up some chick? Now.
Sorry about that, guys. I had to fix the third camera there. But yeah, keep going.
All good, bro. But like, you just be like, well, I got nothing else going on right now. Let me go see what's going on with this girl. Let me try and get her.
For sure.
A lot of people are bored nowadays, man. Especially being all cooped up in the house and all that.
Like, well, yeah, I think the first lockdown, when this whole pandemic shit happened, really strengthened that boredom in people. And then you could argue that because they were bored, well, actually, this is a fact. Like, when pandemic hit, online user activity skyrocketed. That shit jumped like crazy. And so you could argue that because of that, people started resorting more to these dating apps in order to, quote unquote, cure their boredom, right? Because nothing else to fucking do, So why don't I try to go on Tinder, see if I can get some cutty or some shit? You know what I mean?
Yeah, I got a story about that too, actually.
Yeah, let's hear
I was seeing I think it was like it was right when lockdown happened. I started seeing this girl, ironically from Tinder. Yeah. And what do you call it, man? Like, I'd go on like the most, like, I don't know, maybe they're sentimental to her, but to me they're the most boring dates. It was like, because everything was locked down. Everything was locked down, right? Like, yeah. So I could take her to a park. I can go to the beach. Yeah. I can go for a drive. And eat McDonald's in my car like a fucking scrub.
Oh man.
You know what I'm saying? Like, there wasn't really much to do, right? So like the pandemic definitely amplified that, bro. Like nowadays, bro, like if you could, like if with everything being open, you could be like, oh yo, let's go to Tilt downtown, like the arcade bar or whatever. Exactly. Like, oh yo, let's go like grab like ice cream, go around the park, like all that cool stuff, man. But sure, everyone's bored, man. Like, yeah, if you're stuck in a spot for like a long amount of time, man, like your mind's gonna start to wander, bro. Like wander, I meant to say. And like people who associate hooking up with communication, use it as a coping mechanism, that's what they're gonna resort to, bro. They're gonna try and find people, hook up with them as soon as possible. Because they don't know when the opportunity is gonna rise next. Because who knows, they can be back in lockdown. And B, that's the way they feel they can connect with people, man.
Yeah, I mean, you could also say that because of that, it kind of shut down party culture for a little bit too. And that was like the primary source of, trying to get laid. Like what the classic saying, go to the party, get laid.
Super bad, baby.
Super bad.
Super bad movie, man. That's what it's all about, bro. It's about going to parties. It's about going to parties, getting fucking drunk, and hooking up with Becca, man.
Oh yeah,
you know what I'm saying?
100%. But like, think about it. Parties were killed for a little bit, and then once they started going again, that's literally all people wanted to do. Like, especially people in like college and I guess late high school and shit like that. But that definitely goes back to the point we were talking about earlier, that people want to feel accepted. At these parties, you think about it, it's like, yo, Ryan, come here, yo, you gonna hook up with Chelsea over there or some shit like that? It's like, I don't know, man, like, I don't know if she likes me like that, getting all nervous. That's okay, that's high school shit, or even college shit, you could say, but it's like, that pressure that, I gotta go talk to this girl, I gotta hook up with her, and like, you want to go talk to this girl and hook up with her, let's be real. But you fumble the bag because you're so goddamn nervous you can't talk to the damn girl.
Then the boys are clowning you and shit. They're like, bro, remember you tried to hook with that one chick and you fucked up?
Yo, yeah, she straight up rejected your ass.
She fucked John last week, buddy. Could have been you, man.
Could have been you. Fuck.
But yeah, man, like, if people just really knew how to connect with each other, like how we did, like prior to like social media, and like live in the moment and not worry about likes or hearts or comments or whatever it is, like on their pictures.
Yeah, exactly.
Like, people probably wouldn't be using this as a coping mechanism, man.
Well, every time I, like more recent times I've gone to the bars, like, I look at the girls and they're just standing there. They're not talking to anyone. They're standing there on their phone, taking pictures of what they're doing instead of actually, like, enjoying what they're doing. It's like, it's more like they go to the bar and girls night out, whatever, for a clout thing, instead of actually, going out to have fun. And then you would like see them dance with their fucking phones to the shitty bar music and shit. And it's like, all right, cool, that's fine. But like, it makes sense for them, they want to put out on their socials like, hey, look, I'm available, like I'm at these bars. But then a guy comes up and talks to them, they're like, oh, creepy. Even if
depends on the guy.
It depends. Yeah, it depends.
Depends on the guy.
I'm talking most case scenarios, because most guys, when they go talk to a girl, they're all weird about it and shit. Again, it goes back to that lack of communication skills that we were talking about earlier. And then when a guy that comes up to them that they're actually into, when a guy comes up they're actually into, it's weird. Like, I've seen it, man. It's like, all right, do I keep flexing on my phone or do I actually go try to talk to this guy? And like, a lot of the times what I've seen is, even though she's into the guy loses interest because she's like not there. She's too busy on her phone. And he goes, talks to another girl. Right?
Yo, I got a crazy question.
Yeah.
Like, with the rise of all this social media nowadays and people being disconnected, do you think social media is people's personalities nowadays? Like, you know what I mean, right? Like the person that they try to portray on like Instagram, or they're trying to portray another lifestyle, right? Like, trying to portray like the perfect quote unquote lifestyle.
Yeah.
Do you think that social media is taking over their personalities, like their natural personalities, like who they are, what they used to believe in, like things like that?
I'd argue to an extent, because a lot of accounts look the same, bro. It's the same shit.
Bro, you're saying that on Instagram? Try Tinder, bro. It's literally.
Oh yeah.
I think I've narrowed it down to 5 archetypes now. But
really, eh?
Yeah.
Each of them got their own fucking anime script or whatever. Fuck.
Bro, yeah, they basically all kind of have like a script. I swear to God, they're downloading this from somewhere, like howtomakeatinderbio.com.
Oh, for real?
It's like a little questionnaire. Like, oh, what color's your hair? What color's your eyes? Then it's like it just generates all like, this is what you should put. So like, it might scan their face too. If the girl's like if she's either like a 7, 8, or 9, like all she has to do is just put her Instagram bio. Yeah. For like her actual bio. I'm like, well, yo, how are we gonna build off of that, man? Like,
yeah, that's what I mean.
That's what I'm saying. Like, that's your personality. Is your social media is your personality, bro. Like, you know what I'm saying? You know how like back in the old days, like when they used to have like those like eHarmony, because I feel like that was an OG dating app. Yeah. You know, it used to be like, my name is Ryan, I'm 27 and I'm accountant at this place. I like to play basketball on the weekends, play poker with the boys.
Work on cars, whatever.
Work on cars, go to freaking Sean Paul concerts. Now, you know, and then it'd be like you'd have like a chick. She's like, my name is Joanne. Like I'm a what do you call it? I'm an HR. I work in human resources. I like wine. I like dancing. You know what I'm saying? I like art, like stuff like that. But like, you used to be able to kind of get a glimpse of who they were, through like that little profile. But like now it's just like you can just put an Instagram bio and like that's who you are, bro. Yeah. So like if you want to find out more, like some of these people will even put find out more on my Instagram. Yeah. Then like that's them. And that's not even the real them. You know what I'm saying? It's only gonna put the good parts in.
That's what I said to a certain extent, because with these social media profiles, there are little glimpses of who this person, you know, really is. But it's very much following a blueprint. Like, I take guys' Instagrams, for example. You gotta have a pic of you beside a nice car. You know, and then there's like the I'm an investor in the bio or some shit like that. I do Forex, baby. Not even that. It's like you know, I make a lot of what I've seen is like, yeah, I make money online type of shit. So many accounts I've seen that are like that. Or man, especially because I'm in the music game. Oh man, the amount of like artists I see posting their bios like, I'm like, this is my artist name. Here's the link to my SoundCloud, and then check out my new track. Check out this track, and then all their posts is just either kind of like weird selfies of them or like you know, just videos of their songs or some shit like that. And it's like, okay, but is that really who you are? I mean, in that case, not much so, because you're portraying like an artist personality, but it goes the same with people who are just with personal accounts. It's like what they're posting is still very, you know, similar to a lot of other accounts out there. But you know, there are certain glimpses. It's like, say you get a guy. Let's just call him Robert. All right, Robert is an accountant, but he likes to travel. But he also makes money online. He's a Forex guy, right? All right. So think about it. Most of his posts will be him, you know, flexing his Forex gains, taking pictures beside nice cars, and then going to nice dinners and stuff like that. Maybe pictures of some girls or shit like that. But then he posts that one picture he took when he was traveling out west, where he looks really happy, you know? And no one else, it's just him, but there's like mountains behind him and shit. He looks really happy. I think like that picture speaks to more about who Robert is than all the other ones, because all the other ones is just the same shit you see on every other, you know, hundreds of others accounts, right? I don't know. I feel like it really depends on the person, if they're, you know, trying to kind of fall in line in a certain type of category with what they're trying to, you know, portray to other people, or are they just genuine about who they are, what they like, right? I mean, I'm a victim of this too. Like, I'll do it sometimes. I'll post a pic of you know, like a song I made or some shit. Well, this was more so back in the day when I was posting type beats on YouTube. I would post a picture of like fucking, I'll just use an artist, Travis Scott. I'd post a picture of Travis Scott and be like, yo, hit up my Travis Scott type beat, link in the bio, whatever. But like, I didn't really make that beat from the bottom of my heart. That wasn't like a genuine beat I made. I made it to be a Travis Scott type beat. I wasn't making my music. I was making music that I thought people would like, and that, you know, I thought would get views and clicks, because that was what was mainstream, you know, back then. But then I just started not giving a fuck, and then all the music posts I do now is like, if I drop a project, like an album on Spotify, or a song with someone, or if I'm doing a show or something, I think that's more true to who I am, what I'm doing with my music career, than if I was just posting type beats with different artists.
Yeah, because you're showing who you really are.
Exactly.
Yeah, honestly, man, like my social media presence, like, kind of died in the last little bit because I'm trying to stay off social media as much as I can. But yeah, man, like I kind of got to a point where I'm like, okay, like everyone's kind of just lying on this app. So
yeah, for real.
Why don't I just be me? So like, what do you call it? Before I just used to be known as like, I don't know, man. I was always chilling with like stereotypes and playing ball, like playing football, and like, you know what I'm saying, like being at like parties and stuff like that, and like, so like that's what everyone kind of perceived me as, right? Like, and like an athlete who likes to like party and like that's it. But I kind of got to a point, and honestly, the pandemic really just pushed me into it. Like, I'm like, okay, bro, like why am I doing this? I don't even feel good when I post these pictures, bro. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, it's just like,
real.
like I'd rather.
It's not you.
No, it's not, man. Like, so for me, man, I'm like, okay, I'm someone who likes to play video games, so well, promote my Twitch, man. And I'm quite honestly the same person I am on here that I am over on Twitch, man. You know what I'm saying? Or like on YouTube. Like,
Yo, I can attest to that. He definitely is.
Yeah, I don't really like to like make like a character of myself. I guess like I guess I am my own character. Like to put it in like that perspective. Like,
well, we all are, right?
There's not really much of a difference between like in real life me versus like social media me. Like, in all honesty, man, like my social media is basically you'll get like a picture of me once every 6 months. Like, I don't know when my last photo was, maybe last year. Yeah. And then like whenever someone else does something good, I try and celebrate that. You know what I'm saying? Like, like I only have 2 pictures on my Instagram now. Like one is of me like from like last like September, October, and the other one's like my brother graduating. That's it. Nice. You know what I'm saying? Or like if I want to post a story, it'd be like something that pertains to me. So like,
well, yeah, the stories I've seen that you've posted, it's like, yo, I'm streaming on Twitch right now. You know, come
streaming
by.
on Twitch, or I think it's 109 days till Elden Ring comes out. Like, you know, so I'm counting down the days.
Some shit like that.
Halo Infinite is coming out, so I'll post about that. Like, or if the Seahawks lose or win. Fucking Seahawks.
Yeah, well, to tie this back into hookup culture,
we got segued again.
Yeah, for sure. It's fun, man. This podcast is about, right? But anyways, tie back into hookup culture. It seems very ungenuine. Yeah, like these people are hooking up just for the shits instead of actually trying to, you know, hook up for whether it be like fun or whether it be like you know, because you want to get to know someone on that level or some shit like that. They're doing it because that's the thing to do. You know, it's like when the fucking Gangnam Style came out, you do the Gangnam Style dance because it's like the thing to do, right? Yeah. Or the whip, nay, whatever. It's the same shit, but like, you know, it makes sense, right? Internet fads, you know?
Come and go, definitely.
Will hookup culture stay? Personally, I think so. I think it's very, you know, ingrained in people now to just link up, hook up. Do I think it's a bad thing? Not necessarily, no. Do I think it's a good thing? Not necessarily either. No, I mean, to each his own at the end of the day. But one thing I do think is that it's not genuine for the most part.
No, bro, like, think about it, man. Like, a lot of these people who are, like, partaking in it or, like, just being in that culture, man, like, they don't really want to show, like, their true selves. Yeah. That's why you always have those people, like, they keep, like, I guess, like, a steady rotation, or, like, they jump from, like, it's like spinning plates, right? You spin this plate, then you're like, oh, I'm done with it. Spin that plate.
Shout out Rollo Tomasi.
Yeah, shout out to Rollo Tomasi, bro. And, like, when you're in a relationship with someone, man, they find out a lot about you. Like, a lot. Because you're spending all this time and like, your emotions are invested into this person. Like, definitely. You want to know who this person is, right? Like, because they're your partner or boyfriend, girlfriend, whichever lingo you use, man. Yeah. But, yeah, man, like, so people are kind of scared of showing, like, the people that, because they don't want other people, they don't want people to see the real them. No. You know? No. So, when you have something like hookup culture where you can meet someone in the same day, you can hook up with them and move on to the next person, like, it's very quick and convenient. Like, you don't have to, what do you call it, make, like, a very long investment. Or, like, some people do, where they're, like, talking for hours on end, but, like, most of the times, at least, like, a quick hookup, and then boom, I'm on to the next one, you know? Yeah, at least from, like, what I've seen, like, from what I've seen and what I've heard, like, it's just how it goes, unfortunately, man.
Yeah, I'll tie it into, like, a last bullet point we have on that. It's a short-term pleasure instead of long-term gain or, you know, satisfaction. Because, yeah, don't get me wrong, bro. It feels good to fuck, right? But when you're, I guess, dealing with this quote-unquote hookup culture, it's short-term. Like, you get that post-nut clarity sets in, and you're just like, wait, what the fuck am I doing here? Like, why am I here? Who is this girl? I don't even know her. Yo, I gotta leave. You know, next day you wake up and you go to your boys, yo, I fucked the shit out of her last night.
The boys are all like, hey, this is super hype.
Yeah. And I mean, that's fine and all, but it's more so for dopamine release instead of actually, you know, trying to get with someone. And like a lot of the times, especially for guys, because I know a lot of men are desperate now, they'll hook up with girls they don't even find attractive, but they need to get their nut on.
Just to get the nut, baby.
Just to get the nut, bro. Like,
Yeah.
be hooking up with like 4s and 3s or even 2s or 1s, bro.
Yeah, buddy.
You know, you get a couple D's in you.
Yeah.
You know, hook up with like
Some
a 2 or
lefe.
a 1. Yeah, some lefe. Shout out lefe.
But yeah, I can understand that, man. It's
But
just
yeah, definitely.
it's just what do you call it? Just to get it out the way, I guess.
Yeah.
But like, think about it, that's a whole nother human being.
Yeah, exactly.
You know? And like, I don't even know. Like sometimes like the one person just wants to hook up real quick, and the other person wants something more, and that's when it gets real muggy.
Yeah, fuzzy.
You know what I'm saying?
100%.
Because you could like it goes for both sides, right? There's guys who want relationships with girls and girls who want relationships with guys, and there's guys who want to have sex with girls and girls who want to have sex with guys. Like that sounded tricky to say, but what do you call it? Yeah, man. But like when you have like two people with two different objectives,
Yeah.
it's almost like one party is using the other for like just as nothing.
Well, like in the girls' cases, a lot they're just exploiting hypergamy
Yeah.
to its fullest.
Yeah,
definitely. It's like, oh fuck, I need to have dinner tonight. Yo, let me swipe right on Tinder a couple
Telling you,
times.
Mr. Free Food Fridays, he's always there.
Oh yeah,
man.
he's always there
He's
for you.
always there, man.
He'll be there. He'll pull up with the fucking McDoubles, man.
Nah, we're talking
get you what you need.
Milestones, Moxies.
Oh yeah. He'll take you. He'll pull up in his fucking Toyota Camry, take you out to Moxie's, and you know you can get a meal off the guy. And
No,
then-
he's definitely driving a Hyundai Elantra. But
Oh yeah, either or.
he's definitely driving an Elantra, man.
But anyways, yeah, like, and the guy will do it because he's desperate, right? He just wants interaction with a female.
Yeah.
He'll like, you know, take you out to dinner, pay for the whole thing, if you're a girl, and then you can just leave, and he won't do anything about it. Mainly because he doesn't have the balls to say like, hey, like, yo, I just, you know, you trying to do anything? She'll be like,
Yeah.
oh, I gotta go. I have homework to do. I got class tomorrow, or blah blah
Tired,
blah.
something like
I'm
that.
tired, or like, yeah, whatever excuse, you know, she gives. And man, you can't deny that's reality. Like,
Yeah, man.
girls be just linking up with dudes to get things out of them, and then either keep them around because they're, you know, they see they're a simp or whatnot, or just never talk to them again because they got what they wanted and peace.
Yeah.
But like when it comes to dudes doing that, you don't see that too often. And if you do see it, it's from like very, you know, well-made men instead of just like little boys.
Yeah, like a lot of girls want to see like what are you bringing to the table, like resource wise and stuff
Yeah.
like that, and like dudes are kind of just like,
Yeah, I'm trying to
Alright.
fuck.
yeah, to put it simply, man. Like, I mean, I guess
Well, we got a lot less standards than.
that's our nature. I guess that's our nature.
Yeah,
I'd say like
100%. Nothing wrong with it.
that's how we are,
That's
man.
how we are.
That's how we are.
How we are as
But like
guys.
now it's kind of gone like now it's in full play now where like most people are using that to cope with the inadequacies that they have or the insecurities that they're facing, bro. So like let's just say like have you ever gotten with a girl who had like daddy issues or whatever?
Oh yeah.
Like, so like what do you call it? Like I've been with those types of girls before, and like whatever you have sex with them or whatever, and then they're like still kind of all like messed up about something like that, or they kind of feel better for a little bit.
Or they
But
got
there's something you can
abandonment
tell, you can like see that there's like a deeper problem
Yeah.
than that. Like people use sex to cope with a lot of things, bro. It's almost like any drug or alcohol or whatever, bro. Like
Because it's dopamine, you know.
exactly,
It
man.
releases
So
dopamine.
like it's tough to see, bro. Like it's tough to see because people nowadays would rather run from their problems and face them head on and try and solve them, right? So
For sure.
and this is just like another convenient excuse for people to go ahead and have sex, right? Because they're trying to get away from something that's either eating away at them or they can't handle at that moment, right?
Yeah, I mean, I think for guys, we just want a nut.
For the most part,
For the
man.
most
For the
part,
most part, but like dudes do
definitely.
face problems too, man. Like,
Oh
that's
yeah,
what I'm trying to say.
absolutely. But I'm talking like, you know, generally speaking.
Yeah, most times, yeah.
Yeah.
But yeah, man. Like I think what needs to be preached in society, like as much as hookup culture is a cool thing, and like we've all had our fun and all that stuff, bro.
Sure.
Like we need to really like address the problems that we're facing in our life and like find a way to get a solution, you know, and then go from there. Like I mean, that's like if you that's not just like in regards to like hookup culture, but like many other things.
Absolutely.
But what do you call people will feel like more fulfilled and happy and not have to worry about things later on, you know?
Well, I
like,
think a lot of that
be as
stems
bad.
from the fact that a lot of people just don't have a clear purpose in life, generally speaking. Like, they don't know what to do. They're just doing what they're being told to do, in a sense. Like, and you could also bring that back to hookup culture too. Like, instead of being on their purpose and, like, you know, striving for, you know, what they actually want to do in life, they're caught up with just trying to get with girls. I'm speaking for us dudes here, right? It's like,
so you think that people like dudes are, well, mostly guys, they're hooking up, they're using hookups to cope with the reason that they don't have purpose? Is that what you're asking?
I mean, potentially speaking, if they get the chance to hook up, period.
Yeah,
Because
that's just like one of many things, though, right?
Let's be real though, like, a lot of dudes don't hook up often at all, man.
I think male virginity is at an all-time high right now.
Absolutely,
too,
more girls are hooking up than guys are, and they're hooking up with a very select few men who are actually on their purpose because they can see that. That's one of their standards, their criterias.
Yeah.
Us dudes, we don't have a lot of criterias. If you got nice boobs and a nice butt,
half decent face, man.
have decent face, like.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Actually, I don't even think that counts anymore.
Yeah, because if the face bad, you just hit it from the back.
Yeah, bro.
But yeah,
it's
so
sad.
like, they see that, and then that's all they need. The girls, it's like, okay, he needs to look like this. He needs to have this type of body. He needs to make this type of money. He needs to drive this type of car. He needs to know these people. He needs to have this going for him. He's got to have ambition. He needs to take me out, pay for this, do that, blah, blah, blah. The list goes on and on, man. Us dudes, it's like, yo, you look good? All right, cool.
You look good and you don't give you a headache.
Yeah, you look good, you don't give me. Oh yeah, that's true, man. That's true. That's
Yeah,
true.
bro. Like,
'Cause
I
if you
mean-
look good, but whatever comes out of your mouth, if that, you know, if that's annoying or piss me off, like, I don't give a
Yeah,
fuck. how
you usually
good
have
you
like
look,
some
bro.
type of dialogue before like you get down to it, right?
Yeah,
Like,
absolutely.
you know, like get to know someone on a very, very, very like surface level. You know, like
For sure.
like I don't know, you might ask like what they do, like where they're from, all that type of stuff. You know?
Yeah,
But,
the standard.
yeah, the standard like small talk,
questions,
you know,
small talk
and then
shit.
they're like, all right, let's go back here. But yeah, bro, like I think that could be a possibility, man. Like a lot of people, not even just dudes, bro. A lot of people lack purpose in general.
Yeah.
So they feel that in order to kind of push it to the side or not have to worry about it, they just start hooking up, man.
Yeah,
you know what I'm
for
saying?
sure.
Like guys and girls, like, or people in between, whatever they want to call themselves, bro. But yeah, man, like it's crazy. It's very crazy to think about nowadays. But I mean, it's the norm, right? Times change, people change, like
course.
social norms change, man. And we just so happen to be in this era of like hookup culture.
Yeah,
know?
absolutely.
So like, do you have like any like closing thoughts on like what you want to say or?
Yeah, sure. I
whole
mean,
list?
I think at the end of the day, what it really falls down to is the reason why. I mean, based on what we were talking about, is I guess it just seems like the reason why hookup culture could be a coping mechanism kind of goes back to the reason that people don't have a clear purpose in life. And that you could argue that for a lot of things, but I think that's a big one. And then also that there's like pressure to partake in it, boredom. Yeah, at the end of the day, man, if you like a girl, go up and talk to her. You don't have to be thinking about hooking up with her. You might talk to her and realize you don't like her and don't want to hook up with her. Or the opposite, you realize you do want to hook up with her. Just don't overthink shit and just make things genuine. Yeah, I think a lot of the whole hookup culture thing now is just comes from people not being genuine. They just want to either get short-term quick pleasures and kind of use people like that, or they want to, you know, get some status from it or clout, or be like, oh yeah, I have this many kills or that many kills or blah blah blah. What are your closing thoughts?
It's here to stay.
Yeah, for sure.
It's here to stay, definitely. How people are gonna go about it, that's gonna fluctuate over the next coming years. Like, I feel like society's standards for like a feasible sexual partner is gonna just like slowly degrade over time, just because we are more intertwined, but we're more interested in seeing how their online presence is versus how they actually are as a person. So like you'll see some really interesting things in the future, bro. You know, like, I mean, if my advice to anyone, man, is like, I know you're probably gonna have an opportunity to hook up with a girl or a guy or whatever you're doing, whatever you're dealing with, man. But just make sure it's worth it.
Yeah.
What do you call it? Don't make the big mistake and get somebody pregnant. Like that's not a big thing.
Yeah.
Because man, listen, if you got problems, man.
Yo, we didn't even get into that, but like, god damn,
yeah.
man.
If you got problems, man, and you got problems that you haven't figured out yet, both you and your partner or whoever like you decide to hook up with for the night, and you bring a baby into this world, that has some serious consequences, man.
But like,
You know
let's be real. There are so many safeguards against that.
There's preventative measures, man, but there's still people who have those problems, and they're like, you know what, man, like they're thinking prior to the people were thinking prior to having sex, or like, yeah, I'm never gonna have a kid, but then like as soon as you find out that you're pregnant or whatever, you're like, maybe it's time for me to have a kid. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, either that or maybe it's time for me to have an abortion or something like that. Unfortunately, man. Unfortunately.
But what do you call it? Yeah, you just gotta know what you're dealing with at the end of the day, bro.
Yeah,
like,
definitely.
You gotta make smart decisions. Like if you feel that you don't belong in a group just because you don't have sex all the time, or whatever the case may be.
Yeah.
I think maybe it's time to find a different group that has like a different vision. You know what I'm saying? Instead of just like hooking up with girls every single week.
Absolutely.
You know, like that's you'd want to surround yourself like both boys and girls, man, who have like a higher purpose or like a better reason for living instead of just having like short-term pleasure. You know, like don't get me wrong, the hookups we're gonna they're gonna happen, man. Especially when you're a man on his purpose.
And enjoy them. They're fun.
Yeah, enjoy them. When you're a man on his purpose, they're gonna come to you. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
But what do you call it? Don't let it consume you. Make smart decisions. And enjoy life, man. You know, it's a wild ride, bro.
100%, dog.
That's all I gotta say about that, dog. Like,
yeah, man. Absolutely. I was gonna say one more thing. I forgot what I was gonna say.
It's all good, brother.
That's okay. Why don't we end it there, eh?
Yeah, man. So thank you guys for coming to our second episode of the 2 for 1 podcast.
Sorry, our what's it called? our other camera right here went out of business. So we're gonna end it off with this guy here.
All right, perfect. We'll just keep it on me, I guess. But
Go, yeah,
if you guys did like the episode, be sure to give us a like, comment, and subscribe. Be up on the lookout for our next episode that's gonna be coming out next week as well. And yeah, man, you guys take care. All right.
I hope you guys enjoyed. Peace.
Peace.